Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will talk about Microsoft Foundry. You guys have seen this page many times before. This is the old interface now. So we will switch to the new interface and we will try to create few agents. Let's switch to the new UI. So we need to select a project. So currently I can see there is only one project. If I close this window, I can see in the previous interface, in the old interface, I can see two projects. The type of this one is AI Foundry. The type of this project is Hub. This Hub project type is not supported in the new interface. Only the AI Foundry type is supported. So if I go to the new interface, I can see that I have only one project visible, which is type of Foundry. So select the project, click on Let's Go. Okay, so this is the landing page, and I have explained these options: discover, build, operate, and box. I have explained these options in a separate video. I will put a link in the description. But for this demo, we will be creating agents. So let's go to build and create a new agent. I can call it insurance policies agent. In previous version, we were able to specify the name with spaces, but that is not possible anymore. So we can't have spaces. We have to have dashes or hyphens. Click on create. Okay, let's type some description for this agent. So this instruction is basically what this agent does. And we will focus on the tools. If you have seen my previous videos, I have created multiple tools. In one video, we use storage account and we have a blob container. For example, this rag documents and this has all the JSON files. We will use this as a data source. And we also had a search service available. We also had an Azure Search service available, so we can use this as a data source as well. Now let's create the first tool. Click on Add. Click on Add New Tool. Click on Azure AI Search. And it will automatically select the index for you. How would you get this index? If you go to Search Service and you go to Indexes, you can see that index here. So in that drop down, you can select that index and your tool is ready. So this search service, if you go to Search Service, So we created this index in one of our previous video, and this index contains a collection of JSON documents, and every JSON document has these fields: ID, content, insurer, title, and premium amount. And this is all related to insurance policies. So index has been added. Now just click on save, and let's ask a prompt. Now you can see that I started a new conversation, and this was my prompt, and this used this Azure AI Search tool. This information was returned from that tool. And we are using this model, GPT 4.1. You can use from these popular models, or you can go to browse more models and select whichever you want. But for our demo, we are okay with GPT 4.1. So now let's add another tool. We already use Azure AI Search. You can use SharePoint if you have a SharePoint list or document library. You can use this one. If you go in catalog, there is a huge list of servers available. And then you go to custom, and in custom, you can specify your own API, or if you have an MCP server. In one of our previous videos, we created an MCP server. For example, in our Postman, I selected Azure environment, and this is my MCP server URL, and I typed /all, click on connect. This will give me a list of all tools available in that MCP server. So now we can use this MCP server and add it in the Foundry. So just copy this URL, paste it here. We don't have any authentication enabled on this MCP server, so I will say unauthenticated and simply click on connect. Okay, so now we have added another tool. So this MCP server has a list of tools. So let me choose this one. And maybe get alerts. And this give me this content back. So this is weather information coming from that MCP tool. So now this tool has been added. Just click on save. Start a new session. Okay, so we said New York, and it automatically calculated latitude and longitude and asking for the approval. So we have three options: approve once only for this chat, always approve this tool, and always approve all tools. For the demo, we can choose this one, always approve this tool. And this is the information came back from that tool. So if I go to debug, I can see that I started a conversation and I provided this information, and this tool sent this information to the server, and this was the output, and that output has been displayed here. So this tool can be called programmatically as well with C# or any other language you want. Okay, now we have added two tools, so let's modify the instructions. So I will go to DeepSeek and I will tell that I have created two tools, and these are related to health insurance and the weather information. Could you give me agent instructions in a paragraph? Yeah, I think that would be too much, maybe a little bit shorter, and that should be enough. Just copy this and paste it here. So this section is for the health insurance policies inquiries, and this is for the weather information. Now let's save it. Okay, so we have tested this in the chat mode, but if I go to preview, there is an option for the preview agent which will open a website for us. So I can ask same prompt again. For example, I will say let's approve, and we got the insurance policies back. So we can simply share this URL with the team members so they can test on their side as well. Now let's execute the prompt for the other tool. And we got the weather information for LA. Okay, so we can execute these prompts here, or we have this web tool and we can share with colleagues. On this view, you can create a new chat window by clicking here, or click on share and copy this link, and you can share it with your team members. And I think that's it for today. Today we focused on creating a new agent using the new interface. We created two different tools and we used existing services. One was Search, Azure Search, and the second was MCP Server. So we added these tools and we used this chat window, send prompt, and then we also use this app to access the agent and send prompt. So this URL can be shared with your colleagues, or you can copy from here, or you can click on share button and copy the link here. Okay, so we are done with two different tools, Azure AI Search and also with this MCP server. Now let's explore another option, which is uploading the direct file. So if I click on this upload files, that opens the index option and also the vector index name. You can choose an existing index or create your own index. In this case, let's create a new index. So it will create this index, but now we have to specify some files. So let's go to VS Code, open the Copilot and ask it to create some files for us. Okay, so we are asking that create a C sharp code in a file and then execute it, which will create a folder called agent index files and also create some JSON files in it. And now we are going to specify the schema of that JSON. So we are asking for name, description, features, cost, and manufacturer. So that should be enough. Let's see. Okay, so we got the file. Now let's save it. Okay, so this is our file. I'm going to save it on my C drive. Now let's go to terminal. It is trying to generate the files, but it's saying serialization needs some packages installed. So it's fixing those errors now. Okay, so looks like it has created files. Let's have a look. Okay, I can see the files. Let's inspect one file. So we got a name, we got a description, and then features, and the cost, and the manufacturer. Yeah, that looks okay. But we can provide a context as well. For example, so it had generated files, but I think these are related to some sort of agents and tasks. We can do is we can say that when you are generating files, assume that you are creating content for computer hardware parts. So please update the code and regenerate the files. Let me close this one. And meanwhile, let me delete all files. Okay, code is now ready. Copy and paste and rerun that command again. And we can see the files have been generated. And in this case, if I open this, it's talking about CPU and model and features and cores, so more computer related stuff. So that should be good for us. So I just copy this path and in the browse files, yeah, I can browse all these files in one go, or I can try 10 at a time. So I can see any errors or anything. Okay, all 50 files have been uploaded. So click on attach. And your index is ready. So click on save. Before that, we have to update the instructions. So we had one tool for health insurance policies. We had separate tool for weather information requests. And now we have another tool which is for computer hardware related parts. Okay, let's go to DeepSeek and ask for a paragraph. That should be fine, but I think it's too much, maybe a little bit shorten. Yeah, I think so. Let's copy this one and paste here, save and start a new session. Okay, could you please give me a list of CPU manufacturers? Press enter. So we now have multiple sources, but based on the prompt, it went into the file search index we just created, and it looked into the files and it found out these are the files have the related content. And this is the file search, which is the name of our tool. And we can click on the debug and we can see what's happening in the background. And I think that's it for today. We created an agent using the new UI and we created multiple tools. I used AI search and pointed it to the document index we had. And then we also configured this MCP server so we can take information from the MCP server. Lastly, we created an index based on the files we had. So we generated files from the Copilot. You can write your own program if you want, or you can use Copilot's help to generate the sample files and just upload these files and the index would be ready. And make sure whenever you create a new tool, make sure you update the instructions. And once everything is ready, just go to prompt, make sure you save it, create a new chat. So based on the prompt, it will go to all tools you have and returns you the result based on the best match. And I think that's it for today. If you have any question, put in the comments. And thank you very much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I need your support. And see you again in the next video. Bye.